So welcome to the Diplomat with Stephen Taylor. Thank you for taking the time out and joining us today. So today, honored to have Laurent Amar, the former French Consul General in Cape Town. Now, Laurent, you're gonna have to tell me your title now, what your role is in, is it Reunion Island?
It is. I'm the diplomatic advisor to the préfet, which is like the governor of Reunion Island. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
And
So
it's also a role of for regional cooperation in the Indian Ocean.
Oh, so is that a promotion from Consul General then?
Oh, I don't know. It's different. But it's a very, very interesting job because there are many challenges to face in the Indian Ocean. It's becoming a very important part of the world, and France being present in this part of the world with Reunion Island, there's a lot at stake for the time being. But of course, I will always remember and miss Cape Town.
So how long were you in Cape Town? How long were you the Consul General?
3 years and a few months.
Okay, is it not normally a 4 or 5 year role, or does it kind of change?
No, now it's maximum 4 years, and it becomes usual to be 3 years because it's very lots of people want to go overseas, and you've got to make room for everyone. Yeah.
So tell us about your legacy that you've left behind as Consul General of France in Cape Town. What were some of the main things that you achieved while you were there, and would you have still wanted to do more things while you were there?
Yeah, sure. I was very happy to have met people who were part of the struggle. Especially, I mentioned Dennis Goldberg, for example. And we launched, and I hope it will be a legacy, a good cooperation with the Robben Island Museum in terms of digitalizing the archives and making them available for the general public. So I hope it will be soon. It will become soon a reality, not only a project. We did a lot of things in the field of innovation, and this will definitely continue, including in the agriculture, in the wine sector, adapting the wine farming to the climate change, for example, using technologies, smart technologies. So it's something that will last. And in the field of culture, of course, we did a few things, but I wish we could have done more. But it was difficult in times of COVID to have live performances and things like that. One of my projects was to have a French film festival, and I hope it will be possible with my successors in the coming years.
What do you mean by a French film festival? What do you mean, showcasing French films?
Exactly, yeah. French films and films also from French-speaking countries, because there's a lot to do between South Africa and also French-speaking countries in Africa. But for this, we need to probably to build links, to build also links in the universities. So the idea was also to work with the universities to provide job opportunities, training opportunities in the field of movies, because it's a big activity for Cape Town region, and it's also a big field for France, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's funny that you should mention that, Laurent, because actually in April, at the end of April, we're busy with the One People International Film Festival in Cape Town. And we should actually look at incorporating some of those French films and stuff like that into the festival. So we can talk about that. And you can also introduce me to the new Consul General in Cape Town. I think that there's a lot of synergies, a lot of good things
Okay.
that I think this meeting was supposed to happen, this interview, because things happen for a reason.
Okay, great. I'm delighted to hear that, and I would be more than happy to work on this with you and the new council. Yeah. Oh
no, great. I look forward to that. So tell me, Reunion Island, for those that don't know, and I don't know, I'm very ignorant in that. I didn't know about it before you told me about that. What is the history around the Reunion Island? And it's in the middle of this Indian Ocean, as you say, but it's a French territory. Tell us about that.
Yeah, actually, it's the history of Reunion Island. It's not so long. It's comparable to the history of South Africa. It has more than 300 years. It was discovered by French navigators, and it was not populated at all. So there were no indigenous people, let's say. And people from all over the world came there, especially to grow the cane, sugar cane. So you've got many people coming from India, more recently from China, from, of course, Africa, Madagascar, and of course also from Europe, from France. So it's a very diverse, mixed population, and with a good, they live very well together. All the communities live very well together, which is very, encouraging to see in our times. Mm. And it's a very beautiful island. Yeah. Sorry?
Is it by the coast? Is it similar to Cape Town? Do you have beaches and hot weather?
Yeah, exactly. There are mountains in the sea, so it's comparable to Cape Town. I must say it's a little bit warmer.
Okay.
But, yeah, a little bit warmer, more tropical weather. Hmm.
Have you been there before?
Yes, I knew the place. I knew how beautiful it was, and how interesting it is now because of the fact that the Indian Ocean is becoming more and more relevant in terms of global growth and also strategic challenges for all the neighboring countries.
Okay, and tell me about your role there as diplomatic advisor. What does that actually mean? What is your role there?
Okay, so France is part of a few regional organizations like the Commission for Indian Ocean, the Indian Ocean Rim Association, which South Africa is also part of, and so I'm really participating in all these debates, this international debates. So we could talk about maritime security, for example, environment, fight against climate change, fisheries. Fisheries is very important, of course. Yeah. It's a field of cooperation, not only of competition, and so there are many very, very, very interesting topics to deal with.
So President Biden, the new president of the United States, he's now brought the United States back into the Paris Climate Accord. Are you happy about that?
Yes, of course. The Paris Agreement needs all the stakeholders, and especially the United States as one of the main, emitters of greenhouse gases. So it's very important that they finally join the process, and also the willingness of the new U.S. president to be part of the multilateral game is very yes. important. Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about, you were one of the first people that had COVID-19 in Cape Town in South Africa, and you managed to get through that. Tell us about that experience and also how the Union Island is handling the pandemic there.
Yeah. So for me, it happened a long time ago, actually. So I went through it. Okay. And but I also followed the situation in South Africa. I saw that the second wave was very tough as well. Hopefully, it's going down now. So I hope it will be confirmed in the coming weeks. But I have many friends in Cape Town that got the virus during the last weeks. In Réunion Island, it's, for the time being, the situation is under control. There are not so many cases, but we fear the importation of some cases from neighboring islands, especially with the new forms of COVID, which are more contagious. So this is also part of my job to control with all the, the police forces, the arrivals at the airport, at the ports, and it's a big challenge for us now, just to keep the island as safe as possible. It's also a field in which we have regional cooperation, because there's a very good hospitals in Réunion Island. So we allow people hit by COVID from other countries to come and be taken care of in Réunion Island in the hospitals. But of course, there are certain limits to that, because the capacity is not huge as well.
And tell me about the government there. How does that work? So I know in France there's a president, in South Africa there's a president and ministers. How does the government work in Réunion Island? Yeah,
so Réunion Island is part of France. So the president of France is also the president here, and so the representative of the president is the préfet, for whom I work. But there are also local governments, let's say, like the locally elected president. So that's also very interesting and interesting challenge. We have to work together between what we call the state, which is the French state, and the region, being more the locally elected people. But we work together. Yeah.
Is it a prefect? What do you call is it like a governor?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Préfet. Yeah.
So you're the advisor to the governor, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
For diplomatic affairs, for international affairs. Yeah.
All right. Okay. And so if I wanted to travel from Cape Town to Reunion Islands, how long would it take me, and how would I fly there?
Okay, so it's in usual times, it's very easy and short to fly to Réunion Island. It takes you 3-4 hours.
Oh wow!
There are no direct flights, but through Johannesburg or from Cape Town to Mauritius, and from Mauritius to Réunion Island. Okay. Two ways possible, but you should definitely come and visit. It's especially if you like nature, hiking. It's absolutely beautiful.
Okay, and in terms of South Africans wanting to visit, would they need to have a visa, or how does it work?
No, that's the interesting thing. You don't need visa as a South African to visit Réunion Island. So it's a waiver, let's say, that was granted to encourage exchanges and tourism to Réunion Island from South Africa. Of course, now it's difficult because of the COVID situation, but in the coming months, I will definitely want to attract more South African visitors to Réunion Island, and I'd be very very involved in that. Yeah.
And the currency there, what is the currency?
It's euro. You will find basically everything that you will find in Paris. It's
the same.
It's the same, basically. Yeah.
Except for the Eiffel Tower.
Except for the Eiffel Tower, but for the food, for example, if you like French food, you will find wine, French wine, everything like in Paris, more or less.
Oh wow! And how many airports are there? Just one?
Two. The main international airport, it's where I work and live. It's in Saint-Denis, but in the southern part of the islands, there is another smaller airport. Yeah.
Okay. And in terms of modern, does it have internet? Is there trains, buses, stuff like that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, internet works perfectly. There are not really trains, mostly buses and cars, but no trains. There used to be, but they have not kept this mode of transport. Yeah.
Okay. So you say that there's a lot of mountains, a lot of nature and stuff like that. So that is, in terms of tourists, that would people should definitely visit Reunion Island.
Yeah, and beautiful beaches as well, with lagoons and many fishes, turtles, dolphins, whales. Yeah, many things to see. Yeah.
I'm definitely going to do some research about Reunion Island. I'm definitely coming to visit. Obviously, your borders are open, so those that can travel and are able to can still come and visit, right?
Not for the time being, because of the COVID. It's not open. It's not open now. But not open now. It's very very limited now. But it will. If the situation gets better, it will open. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's great. So I must say that you've left behind an amazing legacy here in Cape Town. So well done for the work that you did do. Who is the person that's taken over from you here? Do you know? Yeah,
sure. He's called Laurent as well. Albert. Yeah. I will give. Yeah. I will give you an introduction.
No, thank you. I appreciate that. So what would you say to your Cape Town people watching you right now? What would you say to them? Besides that you miss them, because we know that.
So that's the most important. But I wish them all the best, because I know that this year has been really difficult with these two waves of COVID. But I know also how resilient they have been. I know it's difficult for them on the economic side. Many people have lost part of their revenues, but I know that they are very dynamic, resilient, and I'm very optimistic about the future of Cape Town and South Africa, and I hope to come and visit soon and see my friends from Cape Town, from the French community, but also my South African friends, of course.
We look forward to that. What is the relationship like between South Africa and the Reunion Island? But it's the same as South Africa and France, right?
Yeah, but there are some focuses, especially good exchanges in the field of university, because it's close, it's relatively close, and you've got people from Réunion Island living in Cape Town, for example, in the Alliance Française. Many people actually came from Réunion Island because it's part of the of the neighborhood in a way. You know? And you will find also not only French wine, but South African wine in Réunion Island.
Oh, good.
So there are links, maybe closer links between Réunion and South Africa than with the rest of France, because it's closer. For example, there is a good exchange cooperation program between Sound Parks and the park. Natural Park of Réunion, because, as I said, it's a little bit similar with these mountains and all the biodiversity. So there are interesting cooperation, and also, for example, to fight sharks, because it's also a challenge on the coast. There is cooperation between Réunion and South Africa.
Oh wow! Okay. Yeah. No, I look forward to coming to visit. Then you must let me know when things open up again. I'd love to come and visit and see you. And then we'll definitely talk about the One People International Film Festival and the introduction to the Cape Town Consul General of France, and see how we can work together to still do some good.
Sure, with great pleasure. Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Laurent Amar. Is that how you say it, right?
Perfect.
Now you must just teach me how to speak a bit of French, right?
Bien sûr, c'était un plaisir de discuter avec vous, cher Stephen, et j'espère vous voir bientôt à La Réunion. I hope to see you soon in Réunion Island.
Great, and I look forward to learning some French when I come there. Thank you, Laurent. Have a great day. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.